Hi, I'm Braxton Follenkamp, Principal Sales Engineer at Domo. In this demo, I'm going to show you how we're transforming supply chain management for pharmaceutical manufacturers through intelligent, proactive intervention, specifically around on-time delivery optimization. Today's supply chain teams are drowning in reactive firefighting. A shipment gets delayed, a temperature excursion occurs, or a critical customer order is at risk. And by the time they know about it, it's too late for optimal intervention. What if instead of reacting to problems, your supply chain could predict them and automatically take corrective action? What if your most experienced supply chain experts could be cloned into intelligent agents that work 24/7, monitoring every shipment and making optimal decisions at machine speed? That's exactly what we'll demonstrate today using Domo as an AI and data products platform that wraps around the Snowflake AI Data Cloud to create an end-to-end analytic experience serving up data and insights to those who need it most. We'll walk through a real-world scenario where temperature-sensitive pharmaceutical shipments are at risk and show how Domo's Agent Catalyst, powered by Snowflake Cortex, can predict, prioritize, and proactively resolve delivery issues before they impact patients or customers. Let's dive in. Let's start by looking at what a typical supply chain operations manager sees on Monday morning. This is our supply chain management dashboard, and immediately we can see some concerning trends. We're forecasting 23 million shipments through the end of the year, but what's really alarming is when we break down the on-time delivery propensity, we can see that our forecasted shipment volume of 1 million shipments have a low propensity for arriving on time. For a pharmaceutical manufacturer, this isn't just a customer service issue. These could be life-saving medications, vaccines requiring strict cold chain management, or time-sensitive clinical trial materials. Notice how this varies dramatically by region. The South has the highest risk profile at 23% of shipments flagged as low propensity. And when we look at the feature impact analysis on the right, we can see that factors like project code, managed shipping partners, and warehouse city are significant predictors. But here's the challenge. This dashboard only shows us the what, but not the why, and certainly not the how to fix it. A typical supply chain team would now spend hours manually investigating each at-risk shipment, calling carriers, checking weather forecast, and reviewing customer priorities. What if we could automate that entire process? Before we dive into the data itself, let me show you something that sets Domo apart, how incredibly easy it is to establish a secure, enterprise-grade connection to Snowflake. This is where most analytic projects get bogged down by IT tickets, security reviews, and weeks of back and forth, but Domo takes a completely different approach. First, we have native key pair authentication support. Watch how simple it is. I simply upload my private key, provide my account details, and Domo immediately establishes a secure connection. No passwords stored, no tokens to manage, just enterprise-grade security following Snowflake's best practices. This gets you connected in minutes, not weeks. But here's where it gets really interesting. For organizations that want even tighter security and governance, Domo supports an OAuth integration with automatic permission inheritance from Snowflake. This means when a user logs into Domo, they see exactly the same data that they have access to in Snowflake. No more, no less. Your security teams love this because there's no duplication of permissions, no risk of data exposure beyond what a user already has access to. Your users love this because it's seamless. One login, consistent access across all of their tools. Once connected, Domo becomes your intelligent data orchestration layer on top of Snowflake. We can read from any table or view that you have access to, apply transformations using Magic ETL, and we can use our connectors to write data to your Snowflake environment, all while maintaining your existing security model. For our pharmaceutical supply chain use cases, this means we can pull shipment data and enrich it with external sources, prepare it for machine learning models, all with push-down compute, making the results available in Snowflake where your data science teams can build sophisticated prediction models. Now that we have our secure Snowflake connection established, let's talk about data enrichment. Your shipment data in Snowflake tells part of the story: routes, carriers, delivery windows, product specifications, etc. But to predict and prevent delivery issues, we need to connect external context. This is where Domo's 1,000+ pre-built connectors become incredibly powerful. For pharmaceutical cold chain management, we're bringing in weather data from Open Weather Map because temperature excursions can compromise product integrity. We're also going to bring in economic indicators, Federal Reserve data, unemployment metrics, fuel costs, labor strikes, regulatory changes, all things that impact logistics. Next, let's discuss our approach to data transformation. Domo's Magic ETL allows us to join our Snowflake shipment data with these external feeds in real time. We can create sophisticated transformation logic that enriches every shipment record with relevant external factors. But notice the architecture. We're not doing the heavy analytical compute in Domo. We're using Domo's strengths: business user-friendly connectivity, transformations, and user experience to prepare enriched data sets that get written into Snowflake, where your data science team can build and train sophisticated ML models. This read, transform, and write pattern means Snowflake remains your single source of truth, while Domo acts as your intelligent data orchestration layer. Let me show you how this enriched data powers our ML models. Now let's look at this predictive modeling that powers these propensity scores. Our data science team has built machine learning models running entirely within Snowflake. The model analyzes dozens of variables, the shipment characteristics from our core systems, plus all the external enrichment that we just brought in through Domo. Weather patterns, carrier performance, regional infrastructure issues, to predict not just if a shipment will be late, but how late it will be and what the primary risk factors are. The beauty of this architecture is that Domo handled the complex data integration and preparation, while Snowflake provides the scalable compute power for ML inference. The model runs in batch every 4 hours, updating risk scores for all active shipments. This is orchestrated through Domo's Magic ETL layer, where business users can control the frequency and the updates, but the model is managed 100% in Snowflake. What's interesting is instead of just generating reports, these predictions automatically trigger automated workflows. Let me show you our intelligent agent in action. When our Snowflake model identifies high-risk shipments, they're automatically queried and fed into Domo's Agent Catalyst, our intelligent agent framework powered by Snowflake Cortex. Let me show you what happens when a critical pharmaceutical shipment gets flagged. Meet Sarah, our AI supply chain specialist. She's been trained on decades of supply chain experience and has direct access to query any data in Snowflake through the secure connection that we established earlier. When a high-risk shipment comes in, Sarah immediately begins her investigation. She queries shipment details like product type, customer priority, and delivery requirements. She checks the weather forecast along the route, reviews carrier performance history for this specific lane, analyzes alternative routing options, and assesses customer impact and inventory availability. Using Snowflake's Cortex reasoning capabilities, Sarah doesn't just follow a script. She actually reasons about the best intervention strategy based on all the context. For routine issues like standard ground shipments that can be upgraded to be expedited, Sarah takes action automatically, upgrading service levels, rerouting to closer distribution centers, or switching carriers. But watch what happens with high-value shipments. For a $2.3 million oncology drug shipment to a major hospital, Sarah recognizes this requires human oversight. She generates a detailed analysis with recommended action and routes it to the appropriate supply chain manager for approval. Notice how Sarah uses Snowflake Cortex to generate professional, context-aware communications, automatically drafting emails to customers, carriers, and internal stakeholders with specific details about the situation and the recovery. All of Sarah's actions flow through a task management queue where supply chain managers can review automated decisions, approve pending actions, and track intervention outcomes. But the real power comes from integration. When Sarah receives an approval for an intervention, it automatically triggers actions across your entire technology ecosystem. Sarah can read and write to ERP systems to receive inventory allocation updates. Sarah can write to WMS systems to provide priority picking instructions. Sarah can query APIs from our carriers to receive service upgrade requests. Sarah can send emails directly to customers and send proactive communication. And Sarah can write to our financial systems to track the cost of interventions for continuous improvement. And remember, all of this intelligence flows back into Snowflake through our secure connection, maintaining your single source of truth while enabling automated business outcomes. This isn't just analytics. This is analytics driving automated business outcomes through the power of Domo and Snowflake working together. What we've just demonstrated represents a fundamental shift in how supply chain operations work. Traditional approaches are reactive. You find out about problems after they happen and scramble to fix them. What we've shown you today is a proactive, intelligent system that predicts problems before they occur and automatically implements optimal solutions. The key to this transformation is the tight integration between Domo and Snowflake. Snowflake provides the foundation: scalable data storage, powerful ML capabilities through Snowpark, and advanced AI reasoning through Cortex. Domo provides the business layer: easy data connectivity, intuitive user experiences, and most importantly, the ability to turn your insights into automated actions through Agent Catalyst. For pharmaceutical manufacturers, this means reduced product waste from temperature excursions and delayed deliveries, improve customer satisfaction through proactive communication and faster problem resolution, lower logistics costs by optimizing interventions and reducing emergency freight, and better compliance with regulatory requirements for pharmaceutical distribution. But this approach isn't just limited to pharma. Any manufacturing operation with complex supply chains, time-sensitive deliveries, or high-value products can benefit from this same agentic intelligence. The future of supply chain management isn't about having better dashboards. It's about having intelligent agents that work alongside your team, making optimal decisions at machine speed, while keeping humans in control of the most critical decisions. Thank you for your time today. I'd love to discuss how we can implement this type of intelligent automation for your specific supply chain challenges.